Hi guys, this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral, and we are going to do another Sunday Simple Supper. And I just want to go over the ingredients that you're going to need in order to do this very simple Tex-Mex casserole. So it's going to have some strange ingredients in it, but I promise you that the combination is not going to be bad. It's going to actually be absolutely delicious. So you're going to need a head of cabbage, and you're going to want to chop this all up and dice it all up. You're going to need 1 can of light red kidney beans, 1 can of diced tomatoes. You're going to need 1 cup of thick, chunky salsa, and you're going to need a package of taco seasoning. This one I bought at Aldi's, but you can buy it anywhere and buy the McCormick brand. You're going to need 1 pound of meat. Now, you have a choice here. You can use chicken, you can use steak, you can use ground turkey, which I'm using today. Basically, you just want, whenever you combine all these main ingredients up, the kidney beans, the diced tomatoes, the salsa, and the seasoning, you want to put your meat in there too. So if you want to go ahead and buy meat that's already cooked, that's fine. But to save a little bit of money, I'm going to brown my own meat, and I'm going to use some lean ground turkey. So you're also going to need, depending on how much cheese that you want, because I'm cutting back, I'm going to use 3/4 of a cup of this organic, it says it's all natural cheese, and my phone is ringing. So I just got off the phone, sorry about the interruption. When I got off the phone, I went ahead and I diced up all of my cabbage. It's 1 head of cabbage. I got a 9x13 glass baking pan, and what I want to do is just spray this with some spray. And I'm using an olive oil spray. You can use whatever you want. That's all I have on hand today, so I have that. I'm going to set this aside. And right now I am browning my ground turkey, my 1 pound of ground turkey, and I added about 1.5 teaspoons of this minced onion. It seems like every time I cook with any kind of meat, I add a little bit of onion, but that is just because I'm used to having onions, and I love onions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply brown this meat up, and when it gets done, I'll come back and show you what the next step is. Okay, my meat is about browned, and I want to show you this. I don't know if you can see it through all this steam. Turn this down. This here is something that I bought from Pampered Chef. It looks kind of like a, I don't know, like a pinwheel kind of effect. And what it's for is if you have ground beef of any kind, and you know sometimes when you brown your ground beef, it has a tendency to clump up. And sometimes people get very frustrated because it is hard to get those lumps out. So this is basically what this does, is you take it through your meat like this, and it gets all of your pieces all broke up when you cook. So I really like this. I actually didn't buy this. My mother-in-law actually gave this to me. I think she went to a Pampered Chef party and she bought it, and she didn't think that she would use it. So she gave it to me, and I use it just about every time I use any type of ground beef or, you know, ground turkey, any kind of thing. But it is awesome. It breaks your meat all up for you in tiny little pieces. And that looks good. Right there. Love this thing. So if you know anybody that sells Pampered Chef, I'm pretty sure that they have these still. And it's very handy. I've had this one for, I'm going to say 3 years now. And it's still held up really nicely and works great. Everything I buy from Pampered Chef has worked out awesome. Okay, so I got my ground meat, and I'm going to attempt to open this salsa. Here we go. I'm going to add half of this. So, that smells good. And then I want to open, hopefully I can find my, there we go, in the dishwasher. I thought I washed it last night. I haven't got that emptied yet. I'm going to turn this down. You want your diced tomatoes, and you want them drained. I'm going to drain as much as I can get off of them. Okay. I'm going to add that in. I'm going to add a can of kidney beans. Open these. And you also want to drain these as well. And I'm using light red kidney beans, but you can use any kidney beans that you prefer. Even the Mexican kidney beans are a little bit spicy. If you like your stuff really spicy, you could even go with the Mexican style diced tomatoes. I find they are really, really good. So you just want to mix this up. And you want to add your taco seasoning to this. And you want to bring this up kind of to a simmer. You want to make sure that this stuff is all heated through, you know, so that the beans are heated through, everything's heated through. So I usually let it cook for about 5 minutes. So once this starts kind of cooking and kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of, not boiling, but simmering. That's the word I was looking for. When this gets to a nice simmer, I will come back and show you how to layer this and what we do next. Okay. I put half of my cabbage in the bottom of the 9x13, and as you can see, this is simmering. You just want to make sure that all this stuff is combined, you know, because you want the seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off of that. What you want to do is you want to ladle half of this mixture over top of this cabbage. So you want to take half of it and ladle it right over the top. Just like that. Like that'll do it. Then you want to take the rest of your cabbage and you want to put on top of this. So it's kind of like layering a little bit like a lasagna, a little bit. And put the rest of your cabbage on here. Like that. And then you want to ladle the rest of this goodness on top of this. Now you're going to preheat your oven at 375 degrees. And I went ahead and mine is on and at 375 degrees. This is going to cook in the oven for about an hour. So let me get this good and going here. You're going to want to cover this Let me try to find a spatula so I can get the rest of this out. I don't like to leave behind anything. There we go. There we are. Okay. So, we're going to take some foil and we're going to cover this. Find some foil. Now, this is going to cook an hour. When it is done after an hour, we're going to pull the aluminum foil off of this, top it with our cheese, and let it cook uncovered for another 15 minutes. But once it's cooked an hour, I will show you what it looks like. I like to cover mine pretty thoroughly with the foil because you want to lock in the steam in here so that your cabbage gets good and cooked, you know, thoroughly in there, because you don't want cabbage that isn't cooked. That would be really yucky. So I'm just going to pinch this foil around the edges real good. I'm going to stick this baby in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So see you in an hour. Okay, I just took this out of the oven and now I'm going to top it with my cheese. And I don't usually measure my cheese, I just want to make sure that the whole top is covered really well. And then I'm going to put this back into the oven for 15 minutes. There we go. Got the whole family home, so they are anticipating dinner. Alright, now I'm going to put this back into the oven. Like I said, same temperature for 15 minutes. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely done. Okay, I just took this out of the oven and it smells really, really good. Nobody's even going to guess that there's cabbage in this. I'm going to serve this up so you guys can see what... Oh my goodness, that looks good. That looks really good. And that cheese smells really good too. Let me see. Alright, that's what it looks like. And I hope y'all enjoyed this here recipe. And let me know if y'all make it. It feeds a lot of people because it's very filling. Cabbage is very filling. So I hope y'all enjoy and have a great Sunday. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.